Well, hey everybody, I'm Steve Montelli. Long time no talk to you guys. What I've got here today is going to be an unboxing video of a roller bag, carry-on roller bag from Friedrik. Now, I keep wanting to actually know if that's how you say the name, but from what I read, it looks like it's Friedrik. Now, they're a brand. They're branding themselves with more and more goods that are really well done. And I've shown you their wallet in the past, a couple of different wallets. I've shown you their weekender bag in the past. But today we're going to take a look at a carry-on bag, a roller bag. I only travel with carry-on bags. Maybe a couple of times I've checked one when I have to carry extra stuff, but I've taken a lot of trips back and forth across the Pacific, and I find it better just to use carry-on bags. Now I know a lot of you may have to pack more, but I don't pack a whole lot. So let's take a look at this and see what they've got. Now I don't know which one I don't know what color they sent. When I say color, I don't mean color the bag. All the bags are the same color, but they've got leather accenting on the bag. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. Now I have pre-cut the tape off the bag, or I could spend half an hour cutting tape off the bag for you, and that's always exciting to watch, I know. Okay, it comes in its own sort of I don't know what you call this, some kind of a felt case, I guess. Let's get rid of this. Now there may be some drinking of water today. When I do this on the other channel, it's always drinking water. Friedrik there. Untie this, pull this out, and let's see what we got. Because when I get a new bag, it's always exciting. Because the next time I can travel, this is going to be the bag. And then I will do a review on how travel is with the bag. And there's a couple of features that I really look for in a bag. Let's start with the top here. This is a leather handle. Now they use a leather called vachata. Okay, now I had some questions about that leather for them, and it's a real leather. It's a real kind of leather made in Italy, a vachata leather. So they've got, the bag they sent looks like a dark brown vachata. So it's got the vachata handle. Then it's also got, right down here, there's one band of leather across the top. Okay, now first off, I'm not going to stand this up or it's going to go out of the picture. I like to look at the handle, okay, because two things on these bags that are really important is the handle, this right here, okay, very important item on a bag. Okay, you don't need this dying on you going down some street. Okay, now this got a little play in it, but all bags have a little play in it. And believe me, I've had just about every bag there is. But it's a pretty solid handle overall. And how I use them is I use a second bag, because you got your carry-on, then you got your under the seat bag. I get a bag that I can slide over this handle, so when you're walking through the airports, down the streets, over the bumpy cement broken mess that, is a lot of places, you don't want this handle giving out. Okay, you don't want things falling off. You don't, so the handle actually feels pretty solid. Goes up and down. Maybe going out of the picture, but what can I tell you? That's the professional reviewer that I am. This is a polycarbonate case. You can hear where it's not completely smooth. I don't know if you can appreciate that, but it's not smooth. It's got some texture to it. Okay, let's start with this side. Now, one of the most important things, look at that, I even set it up right. How about that? One of the most important things is that I find my water right now and have a little drink because that's how it goes when I talk a lot. That may not be the last drink of water either. I know, you're saying to yourself, how is this guy getting anything done? Okay, well, that's how it goes. So, one of the important things that I like about this bag, and these are not that easy to find in the US. You see there's no zipper on this, all right? No zipper all the way around. No zipper. We'll get to the back in a minute. Why no zipper is important became apparent a few years ago in Manila, where the employees that were screening the bags, they get your bag. Through the zipper, they used to stick a bullet, okay, down in through the zipper. They would open the zipper a little bit, stick a bullet. Then, when it came out the other side of the x-ray, they'd say, sir, we have to re-x-ray your bag. We see something here. You go, okay. So they put it through again, and damn it, they didn't find a bullet. How about that? Now, that never happened to me, but it did happen to quite a few people. It used to happen a lot to the Filipino OFWs, overseas Filipino workers. And they were just looking for a payday, really. But there was no good way out of it other than to pay them off. Or then they would call the police. Okay, once the police get involved, then it's going to cost you more. And it's, you know what? Remember the advice of always pay the first guy. If you get caught in that kind of situation with anything, anywhere in another country, always pay the first guy. Okay, there's the wisdom. Now, it's got TSA locks on it. You can set your combination here. It's got a couple of keys that the TSA can use to open it up. Oh boy. But nicely done. Nicely done. On the back, these are metal hinges on the back. A couple of feet here, should you want to stand it up like that. Okay, let's open it up and see how it looks. So far, we got a polycarb case here with Italian vachetta leather accents. Okay, you know what? And it's the perfect kind of nondescript case. Okay, it looks classy, but it doesn't like yell, "Hey, I'm really expensive." It doesn't scream that at you. So let's take a look inside. Now, the locks come open. They're solid locks. Okay, I mean those are pretty solid locks, but they open and close easily. Sorry, water break. Now let's open them up and see what we got. Now I have to keep this bag within certain lines here, or it's going to go out of the picture. And if the bag goes out of the picture, that doesn't do you any good at all. Tie downs right here. Now this is the interesting, this is something I always look for. Because these handles, okay, the handle has got to go somewhere. Okay, now the handle goes on almost every bag inside the bag. Now your question is what can I put down in these spaces to level this out? Okay, because the only way that this is really useful is if you pack this with something to level it out. Okay, so you got a flat area here. Now, a couple of pairs of shorts can go in there. You can line one side with underwear. You can line the other side with a bathing suit, socks, whatever's soft, what it's soft or not, whatever you can get down into these spaces to level this out, then you can pack it. Okay, but these spaces, while you may go, wow, that handle's really sticking into the bag. Well, it's not if you do it right. Okay, if you can level this out, you're good to go. So, like I say, a couple of pairs of shorts, 3 pairs of shorts, swimsuit, socks, underwear, anything to level this out. Okay, now this is not a unique situation. On almost every bag that I've ever used, the handles go inside the bag because they got to go somewhere. All right, so your goal is to level that out. And then once you get it all done, you can, like, you know, put it back in and tamp everything down. Now on this side, there's a zipper pocket here. There's a zipper pocket up here. And then, now these are all YKK zippers. Okay, YKK is a top of the line zipper. And when you unzip this, you have a big flat area down in here to fill with stuff also. Okay, now this is truly flat, and you can pack a lot into here. Because when I travel fairly lightly. 2-3 pairs of shorts, you know, underwear, and I'd say socks, but I only wear the socks. I mean, I only use the socks that I wore on the plane. I only bring one pair of long pants, and that's the pair of pants that I wear on the plane. And then long pants do not get worn again until I get on the plane to come back home. So this can be filled up. I'm pretty impressed with the space in here. And these dimensions off the Carl Friedrik website say that it meets almost all international and carry-on requirements, which in this day and age is an important thing. You don't want to get up there and have them go, hey, your bag's too big. We got to check it. It's got a couple of zippers down in here, small little zipper points. Put your tiny stuff in there, I don't know what. Let's close it up and look at the wheels, because I'm telling you, you know, the main thing about these bags that you want to not fail is the closures and the wheels. Okay, if you got a wheel that breaks, when you're, you know, humping it down some concrete-ridden dirt pile somewhere, you don't want a wheel to break, all right? You don't. Now, I got some notes here on what kind of wheels these are. So, we close this back up. It easily closes. Looking for my marks. It's closed. Okay, then you would spin the little dealie down there and you would lock your bag. Now, the wheels. Number one, it's going to be fairly stable because there's 2 wheels on each corner. And these are, I got it here, Hinomoto wheels from Japan. Silent Run, Hinomoto Silent Run. It's got polycarb right here. This is all a polycarbonate. The wheels are rubber. The wheels spin real easily. You can see them spinning, or you can't, one of the two. But I'm telling you, they spin real easily. But it's the strength. It's the strength that you really want to, it's the strength you really want to know about. And when I was emailing back and forth with Carl Friedrik, now Carl Friedrik is the name of the company. It's not the name of the people that I was emailing back and forth with. They emailed me and said, hey, would you like to do another collaboration? And I go, well, yeah, you know, because I've looked at their wallets and I looked at their weekend bag, and they do extraordinarily perfect work. It's perfect work. So I said, well, you know, the problem is there's nothing I need to look at except I could look at a roller bag, because I use, you know, I mean, this is a big deal. Okay, this is a big part of international travel, is your bag. And I only carry 2 bags, an under the seat bag and an overhead bag. This is the overhead bag. The wheels feel fairly solid. But you won't know until you go bumping down the street somewhere where there, you know, where there's potential for something that might break. They don't, I mean, they feel good now, but I told I told the people at Carl Friedrik, you know, I can do an unboxing, but I can't do any kind of travel review because there's no traveling going on right now. And they said, well, that's fine, do an unboxing, and then, you know, when you can travel again, use it, which I will, and, you know, see how it goes. So the wheels feel nice and solid. They are silent. The wheels are out of Japan. They roll real easy, real easy. I don't know how much more I can wax eloquent on the wheels, but solid there. The back hinge is metal and solid. This is aluminum. Okay, it's got two aluminum sides that come together, and a little tiny piece of rubber, almost like you'd call a big gasket, you know, where they actually come together. So it's pretty important, I think, to use a bag that is solid like this. It does not have zippers. Zippers, while your bag's going to be cheap to buy, zippers are not going to help you keep out of trouble if you're in the kind of trouble that I was talking about. And zippers are a bad thing. Zippers can be opened, as I'm sure you've seen on YouTube over and over. I mean, you can open them with a pen, so it's nothing to, you know, open up a zipper. So I told Carl Friedrik, I said, yep, I will do an unboxing. I will look at everything. TSA locks, but combination locks down here too. Okay, now if you are not checking a bag, the TSA shouldn't have anything to do with the TSA locks. If you check this bag, then you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I've gotten bags back that I checked, and I've only checked a couple of bags. And I got one, I opened it up, there's a note that says, this has been inspected by the TSA. I go, oh, good, that's just grand. So I prefer carry-ons all the time. And so you really need to learn to travel with less, okay? Because you can do your laundry somewhere else. I mean, you can do your laundry in the country wherever you're going to. You can do your laundry in the sink in the bathroom at night. Okay? You don't have to have a week's worth of clothes packed in here. You just don't. I mean, because you can always wash your own laundry. So polycarbonate, you can hear that it's not a smooth polycarbonate, which is good. That means it's going to be fairly resistant to bumps and dings and scratches and breaks. And, you know, I mean, after one trip, I mean, it might, you know, depending on how you use and abuse it. But the handle's pretty solid. Now, what I find is sort of interesting is this right here, and something I would not use. See this little port right here? You can put a battery inside of this thing, and, you know, theoretically charge your phone and all this stuff. Except that you get on the plane, and if you got a battery, you got to take it out. So it's like you got your whole bag packed, right? You're ready to go, and they go, "Hey, I see a battery port there. You got a battery in there? Are you going to lie to them? Are you going to take your chances and lie to them and go, no, I don't, when you actually do?" So I would not be using the battery port. Somebody else might if they're not flying. If you're just driving and using this, you know, fine, use the battery port. I wouldn't do it, but that's just, you know, that's just the way I do it. That's the only feature that would be a plus minus. Other than that, I mean, the bag feels pretty solid. This handle has no more wiggle than any other bag does. They all have wiggle, and it doesn't matter what kind of bag that you get. Sorry, water. If I don't have water when I do this stuff, I get all dried out. And if you've seen the other channel, you know I drink a lot of water. So I think it's a fairly solid bag. I will look forward to using it if travel ever opens up, you know, in the near next couple of years, which of course none of us know how that's going to come out. But my thanks to Carl Friedrik for sending this out. They've done another excellent job. I mean, all their stuff is just perfect. I mean, the stitching, perfect. The stitching on this leather handle, perfect. They do superb craftsmanship and workmanship. Vachata leather, it's actually a real leather. I checked. Okay, I emailed them back and forth a couple of times about Vachata leather. And then I checked on Vachata leather, and it's a real leather made in Italy. Okay, because when, sometimes when somebody throws a lot of big words around, you go, So I checked, and Vachata leather is the real deal. Is the real deal. Let's see, what else we got here? Anything? Some feet here, you can put it on, it's like that, and it stays off the bag, but yet it's fairly solid. But I won't know, until I bump down the street with this thing, I will not know how it's going to hold up. I think it's going to hold up okay. I mean, and the thing you really want to hold up is you want the handle to hold up. Okay, you want the handle to hold up, and you want the wheels to hold up, and you want the locks to hold up. I mean, those are the three most important pieces of a bag: the handle, the wheels, and the lock. So I have high hopes for this bag. I will use the next time I go anywhere. God knows when that'll be. But that's the deal. That's the deal with the devil I made with them. I said, well, I can do an unboxing, but I can't really do a use video because I'm not going anywhere. So they were okay with that. So, I felt kind of bad even requesting this price of a bag, but there's just nothing else of theirs that I needed to look at. I mean, I've looked at the main stuff that I was interested in, and bags always interest me. I'm always looking for the next great bag. So hopefully this turns out to be that. So thanks so much to Carl Friedrik for sending this out. I appreciate that. Hopefully I'm saying the name right. They should actually give me a lesson. Say, listen, Montelli, here's how you say the name. I think Friedrik is it. I think. But other than that, that's the Carl Friedrik carry-on bag. This leather here comes in a few different shades. Okay, so it's not all dark brown. But the basic bag, that's the bag. I mean, the polycarb making of the bag doesn't change, just the leather accenting. Anyway, that's it for right now. Thank you so much for watching. I'd say that I'd be back soon, but I don't know. I just don't know. I will be posting this on a couple of different channels. But that's the bag. Thank you once again, Carl Friedrik, for sending this out. Good looking bag so far. You guys have a good day.